Hi, this is Mike Dickoff from Apparition, and the purpose of this video is to demonstrate to early adopters of the GroupLooper booking system how the system works, what some of the options are, how we hopefully will be helping golfers book more tee times on more participating golf courses and earning some credits for our marketing sponsors. I want to start by just using this illustration to clarify how we're going to get golfers connected to golf courses through these channels. We're working with marketing partners like Tee Times Magazine, Twin Cities Golf, and individual golf courses to bring golfers to the GroupLooper app. And from the GroupLooper app, a golfer will be able to book directly on courses that are participating in the GroupLooper program, or if the golfer is wanting to play at a course that we aren't connected to, we do offer the golfer the option of linking to the golf course website or calling the golf course if they're trying to reach a non-connected course. Obviously, over time, our hope is that the vast majority of bookings that we help to broker here will be direct bookings. The app will behave a bit differently depending on where the golfer is coming from and who the golfer is. And I'm gonna do 3 different bookings with 3 different accounts to show you how it differentiates among golfers. And just quickly, I'll show you that if a golfer's coming from a URL, the unique URL that's linked with Tee Times Magazine, maybe from a Tee Times email, or maybe from the website, the Tee Times logo will appear here and will say sponsored by Tee Times Magazine throughout the session. Any bookings that are made in this session will be credited to Tee Times Magazine as the distributor. Likewise, if the golfer were coming from a Twin Cities Golf email or from the Twin Cities Golf site, we've got the Twin Cities Golf logo here, sponsored by Twin Cities Golf. Or we really have no limit to the number of different distributors. Any golf course that's participating in the program can also direct golfers to the app. And if they do, their logo will show up. They'll be credited with the sponsorship. In this case, let's say, for example, that the links at North Fork, which we've used for example purposes here, were running an event, had a full tee sheet. They might enable their members to find tee times at other courses if they so choose. So golf courses don't have to use that distribution option, but they have it as an option. So if I go back now and come in through Tee Times Magazine, let me just point out 2 things about the app before I start clicking and booking tee times. The first is that you'll notice that it took me directly to tee times for the Pebble Creek Local 9. That's because I, Mike Dickoff, last booked a tee time through this tool on the Pebble Creek Local 9. So it'll return me to my previous course and assume that I may want to play there again. It'll default me to today if it's before 3 p.m. or since it's after 3 p.m. right now, it defaulted me to tomorrow. It started me at 6 a.m., 18 holes, 4 players, and I can change any of those settings. The other thing I want to point out is the app is designed to be very simple with no clutter. There's no ads on the app right now. There's not a lot of flowery text. There's no big graphics. It's really meant to be an efficient tool for somebody who wants to book a tee time. We're trying to help them do it as quickly as possible, and also to make it as flexible as possible in terms of how they can navigate around. So in this case, I'm going to assume I want to play next Wednesday. And my first option, and I'd like to play at the Ridges at Sand Creek course. So here, I'd like to play maybe somewhere around 9 in the morning. The closest I can get is 9:27. Let me go ahead and take that. Actually, I'm going to only book it for 2 players. I'm not sure I can get a full foursome. So let me say I book for 2 at 9:27. I'll go ahead and book that tee time. It's booked. That simple, that easy. There's a confirmation. I'm getting an email confirmation as we speak here. And then I can also go into GroupLooper and select that tee time from my dashboard, and I can start inviting people to play. So in this case, I'm going to invite my friend GroupLooper, and I'm also going to invite my friend Mike Quick. And whichever one of them responds first, they'll get the other slot in that tee time. There's only one other slot. And so I'm done. Now I will log out from that account. And now let me log in into my account that's set up with the GroupLooper ID. So now you'll see when I log in as GroupLooper, here's the name GroupLooper here. I notice I have an invitation to play. So I can actually sure, I'd like to play next Wednesday at Ridges with Mike. I'll accept that tee time. I'm now confirmed for that tee time, and in fact, if I go view that tee time, I can see now that I've filled it up, and the invitation for Mike Quick has been neutered because there's no more room in that tee time. Now, if I go to book a tee time, I'm going. Now last place that I booked a tee time was at Southern Hills, so it's going to default me to Southern Hills. In fact, that's where I want to play next Tuesday. Oops, I want to play there next Tuesday. So let me change the date to Tuesday. Let me see what's available at Southern Hills. 6 a.m. I want to play. I want to play either early in the day or late in the day. Let me go ahead and do. See what's available around 3. Nothing late in the day, so let's go back to early in the day, and say I'm gonna go ahead and take. I don't know if I can do it as early as 6. Let's say 6:32. I can make it by then. I'm going to do it for 4 players, and I'll start inviting other players. Now, the reason I booked this course, this tee time at Southern Hills, is I'm going to show you at the end of the video here that because this user, GroupLooper, is a Public Country Club member, and because Southern Hills is a Public Country Club course, Southern Hills will not be charged any booking fees for that particular tee time. And now I'm going to go and log out from that account, and I'm going to go in one more time here, Mike at quick.golf, my third different identity, and Mike at quick.golf is, I want to show you Mike's profile. Mike is has a home course identified as Ridges at Sand Creek. So let's say I'm a card holder at the Ridges at Sand Creek, so I'm a regular player there. What that means is when I go to book a tee time, again, Ridges will, if I book at Ridges, and let me look now for something next, maybe next Thursday. Let's look anytime during the day. Let me book a twosome. And actually, I don't want to play early that day. So let's say I'm going to play at 9 o'clock. I'm going to book a twosome. And likewise, for that particular tee time, Ridges will not incur a booking fee. Now, I've now booked 3 tee times. And now what I'd like to do is show you how those tee times look to the golf course administrators. And for demonstration purposes, I've actually set up Mike Quick as an administrator for each of those courses. So when a golf course wants to look at their tee time results from GroupLooper Booking, they use the facility admin button up here. If a user has been authorized to be a facility administrator, and let me first look at Ridges at Sand Creek, where 2 bookings were made. And I can look at my Business Edition account, and you can see here that 2 transactions were recorded that were deducting from the Ridges at Sand Creek credit balance. One of them was for $4. That was for 2 players that were booked, sponsored by Tee Times Magazine by Mike Dickoff. 2 players times a $2 per golfer booking fee is a $4 charge. Here's the next transaction on Thursday, June 29th, 9 a.m. for 2 players by Mike Quick. Now this Ridges is Mike Quick's home course, so there's a note here that says user's home course, and there's no charge for that booking. I can also look over at Southern Hills, and in this case, if I go to the Business Edition account, I can see 2 bookings. One of them I made one during an earlier trial run for this video, but here's the one I just made on Saturday. I made it today. It's for Tuesday, June 23rd for 6:32 for 4 players, and I'm PCC member. It's a PCC member booking, so again, there's no charge. So what I wanted to just demonstrate to you there is that while we do have a booking fee charge for many transactions, we are being course friendly and not trying to charge a golf course for bookings made by golfers who regularly play at that golf course. They may use the GroupLooper Booking tool. They may go directly to the golf course website. Either way, it's not going to result in a charge to the golf course. Those are the basic features I wanted to demonstrate. Hopefully what we've demonstrated is it's pretty quick and easy for a golfer to find and find availability and book a tee time. It's pretty easy for the golf course to track the transactions that are occurring for that golf course. It's pretty easy for the sponsor as well to, I'm not set up to be an administrator for Tee Times Magazine, but if I was, I could go look at the same type of account history to see the credits that are building up for a distributor. And this is pretty much the full extent of the app. The only thing I think I probably didn't show you that I'd like to show you quickly here is when I am in the app, the golfer has 4 ways to find a golf course. They can explicitly type in the name of the course. So here I'm going to type in Deer Run and say, okay, I'd like to play a Deer Run. Now, Deer Run is not directly connected to GroupLooper, so the golfer receives a message to that effect, and the golfer can either go to the Deer Run website to book, and there it is. There's a tee time button there. Or if they want to go back, they could actually call Deer Run. We enable them to call, and you'll probably hear the dial tone here in a second. Maybe. For some reason, we're not getting the volume on that, but it was, I could see on my computer that it was dialing. I was trying to dial through my desktop. Sometimes those phone calls behave a little funny on the desktop. If I was on my phone, it obviously would have just dialed directly from the phone. And so that's one way. Another way I can find courses is I hit favorites. Now, in this case, I hit the favorites button, and I haven't, as GroupLooper, or as Mike Quick, which I'm logged in as now, I haven't created a favorites list, but it's telling me I could do that. I can search by location. So I could say, for example, that I want to go look around Brainerd, Minnesota, or anywhere on the planet, really. I can do a search, or I can look at recommended courses. In this case, I came in through the GroupLooper channel, and here are the recommended courses from GroupLooper. So I've got pretty much an ability for the golfer to find any golf course on the planet that they're interested in looking at. You'll even see, if I was a Minikata member, for example, I could go here and I could use this to access my Minikata website to book a tee time. So the flexibility for the golfer is quite significant. The ease of use for the golf course, we hope, is pretty good. And as with any piece of software, it's going to change and grow and evolve over time. But this is the version 1, or GroupLooper Booking version 1. I hope that's been helpful. I will be following up with more information for each of you individually as we launch GroupLooper Booking this coming week. And I look forward to working with you for a long, long time to generate lots of bookings for lots of golf courses and lots of golfers. Thanks.